it's pretty even. I guess it comes down to who's driving.
And track specific as well. I think those two are the second and third both team. They're on par in my opinion. It's just whatever characteristics the track suits best for them.
Funded practically a good chunk of this. Diaby leaving for 55 million essentially brought you
another Premier League club.
The Premier League essentially funded Bayer Leverkusen's run to the top, because with just Diaby being sold, you got Boniface, you got Tella, and then you have some residue that you're able to get Xhaka with.
Hey, good evening. I'm so used to Dash doing the intro that I almost forgot that I had to do it tonight. How is it going, everyone? Dash will be coming for his awkward dad jokes. Don't worry, he's just a little bit tied up. But for now, it is just me, Canadian Dave, and of course, German Dave. How you doing?
I'm great. The two Daves again without the Dash, man.
It's all good. It's all good. Now, before we get underway, we have to make sure to go down, hit that like, that subscribe, get the algorithm going. It's going right now, guys. So thank you. You guys are helping out. Just continue, and we're gonna beat those other guys because we're winners around here, right? We're going to the finals.
Always winning.
Going to the finals. That's the theme tonight. Is the finals. Well, the third place final, if you want to call it that, tonight between Uruguay and Canada, Copa America, and then of course England and Spain tomorrow afternoon or evening, and then later on that night, Copa America again, Argentina against Colombia. Oh man,
what a game that will be, man!
It will be an exciting week. We had a few days off, obviously resting, or just training. That's the Juve world right now. The club world is training.
And even while resting, we recorded a half an hour video.
Yep. Yeah, we did. So check that out. That was just.
It's a very fun video.
It was four old dudes complaining about modern day times. Essentially, is what it was. Yeah. Talking about how perhaps football isn't what it used to be. Get into a little bit why that might be. Why the Euros have been so boring. We hope they're not, because the Copa America, at least, man. I guess we got to talk about that a bit too. At the Colombia game, Uruguay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? Saturday night. Let's start with that. Why not? Let's recap a little bit. Because I believe, that was the last time we recorded. I think it happened after we recorded. It came out. Anyways.
Yep.
So, we'll go back a few days. Uruguay, Colombia, semifinal game. Super, super tight game. Colombia ends up coming away with it. It's South America. The fans are horrible. The players are horrible. Everyone's yelling at each other. Turns out, we find this after the fact, the players' family, the Uruguayan players' family, were up in the stands where like the tomfoolery of the Colombian fans were happening. Yep. I don't know why. I guess South America, everyone's just jam-packed in there. So they basically went to the defense of their family, and it was Nunez that got kicked a couple times, wasn't it?
Yep.
Darwin,
Nunes
yeah.
tried to punch off people and got kicked while doing it. But honestly, like the poor guy, the whole internet is laughing at him. But dude, what is he supposed to do?
Oh,
Like,
exactly.
yeah,
Your
family is up there, dude. If I have to, I go and try to punch all those people as well. But man, yeah. Dude, it's drunk people in the stands. It's some of them, if they drink something, I don't know if violent is the correct word, but they don't shy away from harassing people and so on in the stands. And if you have your families in between shenanigans like that, I don't blame him for going after the fans as well.
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't really ever have to get to that point,
Yep.
eh? That's sort of the theme. Like, why do the players have to even come to their defense?
Absolutely.
And alcohol, I like a good drink here and there myself. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to, yell from my glass house over here, but I mean, you're not allowed to have an excuse when it comes to things like that, right? It's just
not for stuff like that, dude. Everybody's going to the stadium and trying to have a nice time, or to have a fun time in the stadiums and have a nice experience. But sometimes people just gotta chill a bit. I'm, for example, not the guy that is drinking at the stadium. Like, I'm going there to have the experience of watching the game. And I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but sometimes it takes even the fun away, because I'm too analytical and trying to watch, the lineups, formation, all the
you gotta feel it out.
Technical stuff. Sometimes it's hard, and I wish I could have had a drink.
It's like being a movie critic. You can never watch a movie if you're a movie critic, or enjoy food if you're a food critic.
But it's fun, man. The football experience is fun. It should be fun. It is a family experience, but please don't go after other people's families, man. Don't do stupid shit in the stadium that may hurt people or families.
KB's saying, don't let this distract you from the fact Arna missed his punches as well. No, it was insane all around. He obviously came swinging to protect his family. I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody. It's just nuts. It's just one of those things. Once you know the reason, it puts things into perspective. It's not just, they just started a fight with the fan. No, like they're kids over there. Like, they're little kids. I saw a picture there of Darwin with his little girl. It, makes you shake your head a little bit. But so that was a fun way to start off the show. I know we got a few punches thrown.
Whoa, what a guy!
I mean, if we want to recap the other semifinal there, Canada, Argentina.
We know how that one ended.
Yeah, like, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? It completely outclassed. It was the number 1 ranked team against the 48th ranked team, if you believe those FIFA rankings. I mean, regardless, a really good team against
Dude,
not great team.
But you can be absolutely proud of what Canada has done, honestly.
Sure. And I mean, that
was a great run. Give Jesse Marsh.
I am.
Give him some time to develop his team further, his tactics further.
Yeah.
I mean, he just got the job, like, what is it, 2 months ago?
Yeah, this is like his 7th game.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So give him time to implement his tactics, to implement a philosophy, and you guys will do even better. Yeah,
we'll see. And the team, they're growing a lot too. Alphonso Davies can't keep healthy. That's always
but that was his thing, unfortunately. His whole career, basically. The games he played or plays, he's most incredible most of the time. But if he's not on the pitch, you're losing out, of course, on his speed, on the explosivity. Again, it's always that word for me, man. You lose his energy that he gives you on the pitch, and the Canadian national team even uses him as kind of a left winger as well, instead of only having
Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh has him back as a fullback.
Yeah,
he brought him in for defensive stability against Argentina.
Yeah, no, you're.
But I mean, we got that kid Shuffleberg, just like kind of came out of nowhere. He's lighting things up. He reminds me of like a young Chiesa, let's say.
Yep.
Or is it like creative, dynamic, really quick? Maybe his finishing could use a lot of work. I mean, that's still old Chiesa as well, but like, man, there's a lot of parallels there. Anyways, like it gets you excited. Just finishing, right? Again, Canada's not that great of a team. They don't have that clinical finishing. Jonathan David, I mean, he plays for Lille. You know, they're an okay team. They're good enough.
Yeah, you're getting a. But now in addition of look, Canada was always a team that worked hard on the pitch. That was they don't get pushed around by teams.
That's usually a farmers team right there. Like legit, that's a farmers team. You can make fun of them, they're a bunch of farmers, but like their mentality of how blue collar and just how they're willing to get dirty, essentially.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, you have now a coach that will bring some technical stuff, some strategic stuff, some ball control stuff as well to the team, and he will be implementing the youth as well. Like if there are young Canadian talents out there, trust me, him and the coaching staff and the scouting staff, they will find them and they will give them the playing time, because he had to do that for RB Leipzig as well back then at that time, because they are dependent on, or their model is like getting young players already, of course preferable from RB Salzburg, like from their other teams like outside of Germany, for example. But yeah, the philosophy is to develop young players, and he was part of that philosophy as well. And I think he will bring that to Canada as well.
Well, here's hoping, because this is the most exciting it has been in a long time to be a Canadian soccer fan. And I said soccer because it's called Soccer Canada. I mean, what do you want me to say? That's what it is in Canada, unfortunately.
It is what it is over there.
Yeah. But I switched it up. It depends who I'm talking to. I said football in front of a whole crowd the other day, and immediately people were on me. I was like, it's called soccer. Anyways, I defend myself. I think I stood my ground pretty well. But anyways, I digress. So, I mean, that's Canada. Good for them, even if they lose against Uruguay. What's the chances? What are the chances especially without Alfonso? Like, can they? Uruguay is looking pretty good.
Yeah, but they can. Like these games are. Yeah, you always have a puncher's chance in a game like this, and God knows, maybe the Uruguayan players are still a bit disturbed from what happened. Like God knows, I'm wondering that. Honestly, I'm surprised that they even play that game, but. Yeah,
it's a little silly, and that's one thing I kind of thought about too, right? For Uruguay, I mean they're a renowned team, right? They have a few stars on their chest, one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
Does a third place Copa America playoff does that matter to them?
No, it doesn't. And
to Canada, it does. Huge. No. This is huge.
To Canada, it is absolutely huge. But for example, for the big teams, it never was. Like, and do you remember who was the third place at World Cups and Euros?
Nobody cares.
The past years,
no,
nobody cares.
It's there for an underdog like Canada that manages to make it to that game to say, like, hey, let's take it to Uruguay, and we can say we made it to third, just like Ecuador did, and I think it was the 90s. Debutant to the tournament, gets a third place finish. Like, all right, you get in a stat sheet when 30 years later another team has the same story and they throw up the stat. That's what you get. I'll take it. At this point, I mean, what else does Soccer Canada have I mean, at the women's side, sure, World Cup gold, but
but it's still a great development, man. Hey, even cherish that third place, man.
Well, we still have to get it fourth. We're still looking at fourth here.
Yeah, it's a good developmental step still for the team.
Yeah, that kicks off in just over 2 hours, 8 Eastern. Okay, I mean, what do we have to say about Argentina? Is there anything else to say? Messi
No,
and Nicole.
I think we talked a lot about
Yeah.
Argentina. This 11 players, 10 out of those are treating Messi as a god and are fighting for him like it's back then, like Christian wars or whatever.
They have 12.
And-
They have 12 men on their team.
Yep.
My buddy, like he doesn't understand footy at all, really, other than what I tell him at work. He sent me this Instagram thing, and it was like Euro 2024. The guy like makes a light challenge, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, that was me." And then it says Copa America 2024, and buddy just like drop kicks him, and the ref just like looks at it and walks away. I was like, "Yep, yeah, that's the difference."
You're absolutely right. 12 men plus the whole stadiums plus the whole Argentinian bench.
Yeah,
man.
So we'll see. We talked at length about Argentina. I think it was was it the last show? I
think it was last. Was it last Saturday?
It was sometimes this week. So within the past week, we went over Argentina and how much we really despise them. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Show. That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Too many
memories. Too many shows. We did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. Yeah, we did Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yep.
So we did five recordings this week, live and pre-recorded. So there you go, guys. Even on the off season, trying to give it to you. All right, so let's go back to Europe. It's funny because I could kind of speak a little more at length about Copa America because I was up, whereas you're probably, I don't know. I imagine you were sleeping at that hour.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I was. No, I'm also the Euro guy.
Yeah, you're the Euro guy because I had to work. Yeah, I was at work. You were up doing your thing. So hit off with the Euros. Recap that.
Yeah. Should we go for Spain versus France first for the semifinal? Because when France scored that first goal, I thought, oh my god, France literally played like. If you think England played like dog shit, France played like dog shit. Man.
Yeah, they did.
Those two are literally the like from playing wise, from watching them, are the worst teams, like France and England. And I was hoping to the god that we don't get them in the final. And Spain thankfully hold their end of the bargain and beat them. But man, I was scared that after that first goal that, oh shit, France decided to turn up in the semi-final and come out of the blocks trying to destroy Spain. Because dude, those first minutes, like France looked actually like good. They were free flowing over the pitch. Even Rabiot was passing the ball well, was involved in the passing game, and I thought, oh shit, if even Rabiot is playing well in that system, man, Spain should call it quits. But dude, Lamine Yamal decided to take it personal. What Rabiot talked about him in the media. It's great what he has done for Barcelona, but now he has to prove it on the international level. And boy, did Yamal prove it.
That was filthy.
That was absolutely filthy, and to do it against Rabiot, that was filthy. And the chronological order, because we underappreciate it, I believe. Rabiot, 24 hours before the game in the press conference, calls Yamal out. Yeah. 2 hours.
What? Do you know what the reasoning is? Sorry, just to take that back. Like, why would he call him out? Grown ass man.
I don't know, man. I just think he wanted to intimidate him or whatever. Just that guy's young and unexperienced. Let's intimidate him.
Oh, this is the old dog standing his ground kind of trick. All right.
Yeah, so I think he tried something like that, man. And 2 hours before the game, Yamal posted something that first sounded cryptic. He said, "Always stay in silence unless it's time to say checkmate or whatever." It was something along those lines. He posted that in his Instagram story before the game, and then he torched Rabiot during the game. Like, he scored that goal on him. It's like dunking on on Rabiot, honestly. And then after the game, to go to the cameras and say, "Speak now" about Rabiot. Dude, we haven't heard from Rabiot since. Yep.
Nor have we heard from him about his contract talks. It's kind of funny after
And
that happened.
I don't even care about that anymore.
No, nobody cares really. But it's just funny that it's this Gintoli. It's just like, he don't care.
Isn't it ironic that all the players that said, "Hey, let's bet on myself, let us play the Euros, and then we'll decide how it ended up for them."
Mm-hmm. Not very good.
Not very good.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
Spain came back. France didn't sniff a goal. Like after that, they had usually they had a couple of chances, but they didn't put anything away. Mbappe had one big chance that he sent like 10 yards over the goal, just like from outside the box. And yeah, that was it. It's incredible. Like if you think this young Spanish team and without Carvajal in the team, like with couple of yellow bands as well. Sorry, Carvajal had a double yellow versus Germany, so he was out as well. And to beat this France squad after being down, like a teenager taking the lead and putting France away by himself, it's absolutely crazy for me.
Yeah, so that was the more exciting. I don't know which one was more exciting.
Both were pretty.
They were actually
both were exciting. Yeah. What's getting on my nerves, and we can switch gears to the England versus Netherlands game now. Yeah, the problem is England has gotten by just
the Italian way.
Here a goal in the 95th minute versus Slovakia that got them into extra time, and then immediately 2 minutes after the extra time has started, like Harry Kane puts away a header and they don't concede anymore, and goodbye, it's done. And against Switzerland, the same. As let's not neglect that Jude Bellingham scored a goddamn bicycle kick to get them to extra time. And versus Switzerland, to get by that dirty, to be that bad in that game, Switzerland to take the lead in that game, and them again in the 91st or 92nd minute or whatever to equalize, and then get through to penalties and win that one. Dude, it's proper Italian dark magic what Southgate is doing there.
Italy.
Absolutely. And from that moment on, we saw when they took the penalties, when Akanji missed that first penalty, all of a sudden you saw the confidence in the faces of the English players, in my opinion. And then what they did to the Netherlands, that was the first game that England like actually played proper football. Like they still were defensively like were really, really good. And if it wasn't for a wonder goal of Xavi Simons, they wouldn't even have conceded in that game. And it was a dominant performance by England. Unfortunately, they decided to turn up in the most important game so far. And I'm scared, man, but I believe in Spain. I have to believe in Spain.
The penalty was like, I didn't see it live. How was it live? Was that a penalty?
Oh, I don't know, man. At first, the problem is people are saying, "Oh no, it's never a penalty," and I agree, it shouldn't be a penalty because the defender put his leg up to block the shot, and Harry Kane hit the foot on the follow through. It's the equivalent of an offensive foul in the NBA, or what should be an offensive foul. Let's say you're the shooter and you have a defender on the 3-point line right in front of you, and you decide to jump into the area where the defender stands, and that gets called on the defender, you know. And this was one of those, man. It was a striker stepping into the area where the defender is, and he got rewarded for with a penalty. It shouldn't be one, but these kind of things were penalties all over the leagues, man. And that is a bit worrisome for me for the development of the game, honestly.
So maybe another team with a 12th player on the pitch. So that being said, then
ironically by a German referee.
Yeah, and who was it for the Uruguay game? I think it was an Argentinian ref, if I'm not mistaken.
Really, they had still an Argentinian referee.
Oh, yeah.
In it. Yeah.
Let's go.
Boy.
Copa America.
Put the tinfoil hat.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe fact check me. I'm going off the top of my dome here, but
How is in the semi like Argentina played in the other game, of course, but how is an Argentina?
I don't know. I could be
referee
mistaken.
still
Maybe it was
allowed?
the quarters. I'd have to check again. Somebody fact check me out there.
That's crazy.
But anyways, and we kind of just glanced over it. Whatever. We'll do our predictions all together here.
Sorry, I just brought the message of Salah again. He's absolutely right. Spain faced way harder teams that England faced. Spain went through the hardest side of the schedule. Spain won one of the most difficult groups. Yeah, we can laugh about Italy and Croatia, or say about Croatia that they were old, but still to finish that group in first place on 9 points, I believe. They didn't even tie a game. They won out like every single game, and they were dominant in every single game. And dude, after being down to France, they came back and even dominated that game. And with also, like Sel says, they were undermanned, man. They had a couple of starters missing. Like Robin Lenormand, who started the whole tournament for them, was out. Carvajal for that game was out. And and now they get everybody back. So I'm excited for the game, even though, of course, we hate the British folk over here. the players not, but more so the fans and the media.
The team. We're hating the funny aspect of it. We're not like I guess
the players are actually like really nice players. They're likable characters and everything, but the media and the fans are getting on my damn nerves. So I don't want them to win anything. But on quality, honestly, it's the two best teams. The two best teams made the final.
And Sal, I will be obliged in 3 minutes to open up the lines. So get ready. It is the call-in show. After about half an hour, we do open them up and just try to get through some things. So quickly, predictions, and then whoever wants to pop in. And I should say, after we share the link, you'll pop in. You don't have to turn on your camera if you don't want to. If that's something that's holding you back, if you just want to go voice, that's fine too. But everyone is welcome, and it's just like good old-fashioned radio show, sports radio. I don't know. I have a feeling that's one of those things people know less and less about. But if you listen to the sports radio, I don't know. Do people still do that? Is it still a thing? Is that a thing like Europe? I know it is in Italy.
In Germany, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still a thing in places. That's cool. All right, so we do it like that. But anyways, predictions. Copa America. Who wins it?
Argentina, unfortunately. I'm all for Colombia, man. I'm all for Colombia, but man, I think all of us know how that one is
Colombia is unbeaten. Is it 28? I think it's 28.
Yeah.
They got to do it like Italy. Italy went on that winning streak as well when they won the Euro. So I mean, I have to, something tells me Colombia. They just got to get through it. Oh, it's Sal's wife's birthday. Well, happy birthday to her. Oh, thanks for showing some love. Okay, so maybe we don't have Sal tonight.
Tell her happy birthday from all of us and the whole damn community.
All right. Well, somebody else is going to have to come and speak their piece. Sal's Jeff, you here? Are you? He seems to be partying every weekend. Are you actually home this weekend, Jeff? Like actually chilling out, getting some sleep, maybe taking some vitamins. Recovering a little bit because you've been constantly partying. It seems always with the drops of a cruise, and then he was where was he? He went to Chicago.
Yep.
Fuck, I don't know. I can't keep track of him, man. But anyways, moving on. Okay, so I say Colombia, you say Argentina. Argentina. I mean, if I had to go by pure statistics betting line, you'd choose Argentina, but I have faith. I have faith for Colombia.
I hope so.
And then for Europe, who takes this one home?
I have it always ready. And I will wear it tomorrow, and I hope it will bring luck, but all for Spain, please. I hope Spain takes it away, and Spain brings it home, and not the English.
The one thing that I can have some faith in is that Spain also know how to play terrorist ball.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God, imagine they make it to extra time. And then they will sub in a guy like Nacho, who played his whole career for Real Madrid. They have Carvajal on the pitch already. A guy like Rodri, who was a winner like on every team he played for, and he played for Valencia back then, who wasn't that great, yeah. But on Manchester City, won everything. Dude, that Spanish team is something else. Honestly, Spain has the perfect mix, and I hope and I think that Spain will get it home.
Man, like I've been saying even last year, or 3 years ago, I thought it was Spain. Italy ends up defeating them in the most Italian win possible. I was fine with it, but right now, in the current state of affairs, Spain is too good of a team. And then if they need to lock her down, they can lock her down. If they need to open up the game, they can do that. I think they can do that more on will than England can, despite the skill. And like their best player, the only player that can really unlock a game on will, I would say like that, is Jude Bellingham, who plays for Madrid. So like he knows how to do it, right? Like he's. I consider Jude Bellingham Spanish essentially. Like in the way that he plays.
And with this man and his dude, it's incredible how he brought immediately like winning mentality into that team.
Yeah. So on those grounds, I'm gonna have to go with Spain as well.
Thank you for that.
All right, guys, the lines are open. So drop in any time and interrupt us. It's all good. We'll continue on with whatever. All the news and the rumors that are popping up. So click on there. Chiro, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it go? Yeah, same belly goal isn't annoying like other Brits. Yeah, it is true. And we do have Hefe, and he's giggling. What's going on?
What's up? I'm recovering. I'm recovering from Chicago. Yes,
I see it.
Yeah. I was having quite a blast there. Nah, it was pretty chill. I was with the family, so I had to behave. Obviously, I couldn't get into any Floridian shenanigans. So yeah, it was good. I liked it, and
who's there.
The weather was better than Florida, because here it's like literally humidity and you can't breathe. But yet again, I still play footy when I can. So
nice. Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah, I had a lot of stories in Chicago.
Beauty. And Dash is here.
Yeah, you
straight from the cooking line. How's it going? Yeah,
you open up the line. I switch from one line to another.
Nice. Yeah, the cooking line to the phone line,
and then to the white lines. What?
For real? Because I don't think you guys covered it, but like there's one thing that I kind of wanted to touch on today that I find extremely corny and really annoying is like people are reading way too much into training videos.
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Way too much. Way too much into the the UA training. Way too much into it.
That's actually funny that you bring it. I never really like brought it to light in my own head, but now that you do, it's so obvious.
Tell me that you are not a physiotherapist without telling me that you're not a physiotherapist, because like the amount like of people that are like taking videos out of context, whether it's to dunk on like Allegri and to say how like this works for Mota, it's like you don't even understand the benefit, like what this is or how this operates, and it's like. I'm not saying that I don't like Moto's training. Moto's training, some of the stuff, there's some good stuff that I like, but at the same time, there's like other things where I'm like, relax.
I think what it is that we were dying to have a fresh of new air. Pretty much now that Allegri left, everybody was like, "Oh my God, look at the way he trains! Look at the way he does this!" And then they're gonna dunk on everything what Allegri does. I'm like, okay, here's what I said. I hope the Mota hype goes through, and that's it. I'm not gonna put too much stock into it. I'm indifferent. I'm not mad. I'm not happy. I'm just indifferent. That's my feeling, and I hope it works.
So, like a couple of things. One thing that I found funny was, like, for example, the Sule videos, right, where everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, look at Sule!"
Oh my God, I have thoughts.
I'm like,
of that as well.
and I'm like this, and I'm like. Do you guys not realize that none of the first team players are there? It's like next gen players and like the Primavera. Like, do these
and
folks
Locatelli.
Locatelli.
look? I mean, again, like I said, next gen players. like do these folks not understand like who's there? Chiesa's not there. The Brazilian trio aren't there. Rabiot's not there.
Look,
I think the only person that's first team quality that's there is Kefren Turam, and that's really it.
these are called performance tests. What is the reason for those? You want to see what the ceiling of the players is under the worst conditions. Basically, you're trying to get them to give everything, like until they start vomiting right there on the pitch.
Otherwise known as preseason training.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like what preseason training is.
And it's not something new under Thiago Motta. Every professional sports team, not only football, every professional sports team is doing these performance tests to see what their players are capable.
Everybody does it.
Even in amateur footy. I mean, look, I was playing when I was young, my 20s. I got coached under a guy who was a striker for Nuremberg years ago. He was from Senegal.
For Nuremberg.
And that dude, Luis Gomes was his name, from Senegal.
Oh, I remember the game. Yeah.
No, I don't know if you remember the guy, but he was once my coach years ago.
Crazy.
Yeah. Cool guy. But I remember preseason, so the summer. So we're talking Florida. Florida is like scorching hot, humidity.
Oh, absolutely.
He made us run for an hour. I had to like run with him. And the guy was like 37, 39 at the time. I was like 21 and I was trying to keep up with him. And it was still hard to keep up with the guy.
He's cooking me, man. The old man's cooking me.
I was right behind him, but for the fact that he was 39 years old, the guy was like shredded to the core, like Ronaldo levels of shredded.
Yeah.
It was insane. But yeah, like this is preseason. It's normal. It's a very normal thing. Like you have to be going through the worst conditions so that when regular season comes, you're able to play.
Yep. Right. That's what these tests are that's what they are for. And what boggles my mind, everybody's forgetting that you were trained in Florida last season. And the conditions were even worse than they are in Turin right now.
Oh,
and the players were even more done than they were now under Motta, but everybody's forgetting about that because it was Allegri.
The reason why I wanted to show I brought this topic up because I have receipts that will flabbergast some of you guys here. Why I say training sessions mean nothing. You want to know why? Because
acknowledge my tribal receipt holder.
There we go. Because here's this, and this is juicy. Guess what this is? Yamal versus Morata. You would think that, oh my gosh, Yamal, right? You know what Yamal can do, right? But guess what happens in this training video? Just absolute monstrosity here. So here you go, 1-on-1, Yamal versus the GOAT Morata. Misses the shot there.
And now look at that mofo.
Look at him.
Oh my god. Hold up, but look at him scoring. I know that clip.
There you go. Bam. Boom. And then again. And now this is just disrespectful.
I mean, look, hey, I like it. If you could do that in a real game,
that's the idea, right? That's what I'm trying to sell here. Because, like, for example, if we're going off training clips, Alvaro Morata is the next Ballon d'Or winner.
Hey, what are you talking about? He is.
Speaking of Ballon d'Or, actually, I just this just came out. Ballon d'Or rankings, top 10. Number 1, Jude Bellingham. Number 2, Vinny. Obviously, 3, Kylian Mbappe, because you have to. 4, Rodri. 5, Kane. 6, Klose. 7, Foden. 8, Florian Wirtz. Say it for me, Dave.
Wirtz.
Florian Wirtz.
There you go. Number 9, Danny Carvajal. I screwed that one up. Carvajal, yeah. Man, I'm trying too hard. Number 10, Lautaro Martinez.
And that guy.
And then that guy. What number?
And then number 0, Lionel Messi, just because he woke up this morning.
But where's Ronaldo on that?
I don't think Ronaldo. I don't see Messi winning it. And I'm a big Messi fan. Like, that's the sad part. But, I don't see him winning it at all. No, please. And I hope he does then.
Just wait until he wins the Copa and then becomes top scorer in the MLS. They'll throw him in there. He'll make top three.
I think that would be a little bit too much, personally. Like,
but honestly, this may be one of the best Ballon d'Or lists so far, because all of those people are deserving and are actually like from the best teams, best performing teams, and some of the best performing players on those winning teams.
I don't think that Kylian Mbappe should be number 3 though.
He still had a good season at PSG.
Number 3, not, but
no, I don't think.
But he
top
should
10
be
for sure. Top 5, top 10,
Yeah.
I could see it, but I don't think number 3. I felt like Lautaro too. I cannot believe I'm going to say this. I think he should not be number 10.
Nah,
he shouldn't, but he's because of his goals going. Dude, everybody's ignoring that he scored in the second half of the season 3 goals or something.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I just thought that was a little bit low. And Kane too. I don't know. I think Kane should have been on the 3rd.
Yeah, Kane should be absolutely up there. He had an incredible season with Bayern that goes unnoticed because they finished 3rd this season. It's just the Harry Kane
was it
curse.
3rd or 2nd?
They were 3rd.
Holy
Stuttgart was in front of them. Yeah, it was Leverkusen, Stuttgart 2nd, and then Bayern.
You got to put Mbappe
on the last game day. They lost 2nd place to Stuttgart.
It's the politics. That's why Mbappe is there, just like Ronaldo and Messi. It's always the same. I put a little funny clip here from Troll Football about Ronaldo. You guys can kind of follow around. They're basically just making fun of him. It's pretty funny.
If he's gonna play in the 2026 World Cup, he needs to leave Saudi. Like I don't even care.
Yeah.
Go to the MLS
Dude,
for fuck's sake.
even if he leaves Saudi,
I think
what will it do for him?
I think he needs to play for a team, and he needs to play in a Champions League caliber team that is going to get regular. Yeah, Sporting. I think
he didn't want to do that. He didn't want
Bayern
to do that.
Leverkusen, Sporting, Galatasaray, Fenerbahce, places that are going to get him Champions League games, and he's going to get game time. I just think like playing in the Saudi league isn't going to work. Kind of like what's going on with Messi playing in the MLS. Clearly, it's
but Messi is Messi. Messi will play as long as he.
I feel like the only thing that Messi has done decent, I say decent, like I'm not trying to hype him up by no means. I think he just has some playmaking abilities, and I say some. That's probably
he has to.
Yeah, like,
he's a terrible goal. He's a terrible goal scorer
right now. No.
He's a terrible goal scorer.
Because he still has that vision and the playmaking abilities, what he does in Copa America. But then again, it's like what I think it's like a soccer mixed with rugby. When you're talking about watching Copa.
Messi has great ball.
Sorry, I had the sound down. But this was going back to your other video, just on the street.
I'm not gonna lie, I love doing those though. Like for example, me and the guys will do this where we have the small nets and we do one-on-ones to work on our stuff. It's hilarious.
How filthy was that little girl? Just
Yeah,
the best feeling in the world is when you cut your buddy, like you cut him outside and you just blast that bitch full strength and you just tear that net apart. That's just slam dunking. That's like the equivalent of a slam dunk.
Absolutely.
Like I was playing on Thursday and I did that to my buddy. I beat him on a half turn and just blasted it, shot that net from the grooves.
But Dash isn't what Yamal did to Rabiot is slam dunk.
That's pretty much. No, that's like a 3-pointer in the face.
Oh,
that's like a legit 3-pointer in the face.
That is a 3-pointer with a foul, man. It's a 4-point play.
No, it's not even a foul. Like if Rabiot clipped him while he did it, no, like Yamal, like that's a pull-up 3 in Rabiot's face. That's what that is.
That's crazy.
Like Yamal takes the ball
from the logo. I
feel like Nico Williams and Yamal. Well, I don't know. Honestly, in this final, like I think one of the wingers isn't going to play as good because I feel like Kyle Walker might be able to defend one of them. You know,
he will.
One, but the other, I think he will.
He's held Vinny, and in my opinion, I think Vinny is way more skilled than both Yamal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think he definitely he is a better player. I think Kyle Walker is definitely one of the most underrated players when it comes for England. Doesn't get talked about a lot
because he's not flashy.
A really good player. I think like either Yamal or Nico Williams will probably give problems to one of the sides.
But believe it or not, Jeff, I think honestly that Morata will help because I think he will drop a little bit deeper, and he will pull out at least one of the defenders from outside
the center backs,
the line.
Yes.
So that gives one of them. Because I don't know yet to which side then the centrist or the center back that is left in the line, like to which side he will go, and if he covers Nico Williams or Yamal. But I bet my money right now that they will try to take Yamal out of the game. And I think that leaves Nico Williams with a bit more space. And
that's
Spain may
the
be able
thing.
to use that.
One of those players will have more space.
Yeah. And the midfield is the bread and butter still in that game for Spain.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
Tactically, I think Saka and Walker are playing on the right, so those two are gonna try to expose Nico Williams and his ability not to drop back. I think Spain's gonna be in trouble on their left side because, like, for example, I think Trippier and Gucci are just gonna sit back and handle. I don't want to say handle because that's disrespectful, but manage.
But also Cucurella he's great on the wingman. He can push forward pretty good. Like Spain can do damage on the left side as well.
Yeah, but think about
and on the right side, Carvajal is
their transition from offense to defense. Spain's is insane. I think it's probably one of the best I've ever seen.
But that's because Spain is able to intercept the ball in the midfield and transition fast. England's going to give you the ball. England's going to force you to break them down. Because they're
but I think Spain can even do that because they have they can have the control with the midfield, like with Rodri, Fabian Ruiz, and
I think if Spain can break down France's back four, I think they can break down England's back four. And England has been letting goals in a lot of times, even from the Netherlands.
And especially, and by the way, Spain. Jeff, you're 100% right. All the goals that England received were from counterattacks, and there's no team that has more speed than Spain right now.
I don't see it. I said it in the chat on Discord that if Spain can beat France's back four, they can win. Yeah. That's it for me. That was enough to see it. I see it with Germany, but I think Germany gave Spain a harder time than any other team.
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
and Germany isn't even that good defensively.
No,
like Germany tried to give it to them off like it was an open game for both teams. Like both didn't even try to make it a defensive game because they know their bread and butter is offensively. And Spain, if need to, they can defend, and they showed it against France, against the speed that France had.
Yes. My take on that game particularly, I think where I think the coach screwed up is where they put Gundogan as a 10, and I felt like Kai Havertz should have been in that position with Füllkrug, because I just felt that midfield three of having Emre Can, Cruz, and Gundogan were too slow. Yep. So you needed, I think Andrik should have played and Kai Havertz. I think Havertz did fine with the movement, and then Füllkrug almost had chances to score. And then obviously I think Sané shouldn't have started. I think he was more like a physical presence, but I didn't think it was the right move. I think Florian Wirtz should have started that game. I just thought the lineup was crap.
They were trying to stretch and be physical against Spain because Spain's always known for being finesse. But part of me is going to say this, right? How many times has Yamal scored that goal that he scored on Rabiot out of 10 times? Once, maybe.
Once. It's a once in a season goal.
That's why I'm saying where I'm a little bit let's relax a little bit with them completely going through France like it was nothing, right? Because
but they torched the defense for the second goal as well. So they can do it consistently.
I understand that, but at the same time, for example, Spain either goes really really good for a couple of minutes and then they go cold, and the issue is when they go cold, because out of all these teams, I think England is the most disciplined when it comes to positioning. The only time that they've really gone and conceded is when they stop playing the shithouse. And I don't see England not playing the shithouse because, for example, the way that England is set up is that they can hit you whenever they want to hit you. And I think England's going to give Spain the ball and they're going to bait them for it. I don't see England going out for this game. I see England sitting back and telling Spain, you want to go for this? Try to break this down. Because England, to me, from all the penalty kicks that I've seen this entire tournament, England has the best penalty shooters by far.
I will interject on one thing. Usually, when teams go in a second penalty shootout, they usually tend to lose.
Yeah.
It's a disadvantage.
It's if you go back to back, maybe, but even then
you can become overconfident as well.
If you go,
I don't think it's also overconfident, but it's also it gives it's a recency thing that it gives the other team an opportunity to study the current players that are going to take the penalty. And that's the thing. You looked at Pickford, for example, against Switzerland. He had literal notes for every player, right, left, center, fake right, fake left. He had that on his water bottle. So what I'm saying is that sometimes it makes it difficult. Doesn't mean they're not going to win. It is a little bit tougher. That's what it usually.
Yeah, but I mean, so does Tech, right? Like Tech would watch film of all the PK takers before any kind of tournament if he was in a knockout stage. Like, for example, I'm just saying, like, for me, I think England is the most geared, like, they're willing to go into extra time. For me, it looks like, because, like, for example, Spain tried to force that game against Germany because they did not want to go to extra time against Germany because Germany's got a really potent record in penalties. So it's like, for me, I think...
I want to add one thing about Spain's
I disagree there, actually.
I want to add one thing about Spain's weakness. I think that their bench isn't as good as their starting 11.
That is right.
Like, I think they have a very weak bench, where I think as England has a better bench, more depth than Spain. Whereas Spain's 11, they're going to start very, very hot. I'm just predicting. My thing is this time I'm going to predict that Spain actually breaks down England's defense. I think they do it. Dash could be right. I'm not saying that England can't come back or they can't win in a cortomuso, like a 1-0 match, but it's going to be, I don't know. I think this is going to be the match of their life. Like, this is going to be tough against Spain's mid because they're just very fast with the ball. That's my thing.
Yeah. No, the game for me is a toss-up. Honestly, I'm not comfortable saying either side will win. It's a clash of two completely different philosophies. Like, these teams have nothing in common at all. Like, they play completely different styles and philosophies on the pitch. What I just wanted to add, and what I disagreed a bit with Dash, is that I think Spain is very comfortably in extra time because they tried to get their Germany game into extra time. Germany was pushing for the game, and Spain was there sitting and defending. And then when they got to extra time, like, Spain still chilled a bit. They still had the defensive lineup out there. And for the second part of extra time, they subbed in, who was it? Joselu, sorry. Then they brought him a new striker. They saw, Germany got tired, and then they tried to hit Germany on the counters, and they did that and won the game on that one. I think Spain is really good set up to break down physical teams, and England, you can argue, is the most physical team. And I think they can do it. Of course, it's not a given. It's still a toss-up for me, but I hope, man. I hope for Spain.
So basically this weekend, starting in an hour and a half or so, it's the same set of colors that we want to win. We want yellow, orange, and red. That's who's winning. Yellow, Colombia; red, Canada; orange, Spain. That group of colors, let's go.
I don't care about the Copa America. I don't care if Argentina or Colombia wins. To be frankly with you, I don't care which one.
It's one of these things, just like England, who we want to lose. We want Argentina to lose. That's all this is.
No, I know. Yeah, as far as with England, I just think England chokes. They're the Dallas Cowboys.
I hope so, man. I hope this is the case. Yeah, I hope this is the case of that as well.
And I would appreciate a little bit of support for Canada, even though it is a third place.
I think, honestly, you guys did well. You did very, very well. Yeah.
Where was the US and all of that?
They played?
You know who left me for the US? Look at Instagram teasing me. Here's Julia Grosso with her back turned to me. And then I scroll down just a little bit. And then, there's the new one.
Why are you upset? Alicia Lehman's more popular than Julia.
They're gonna get probably like 1 million plus followers of simps. So
Juve's women's team glowed up market wise,
dude. But let me tell you something. The moment Julia Grosso left, brother, the images on her IG, I'm just leaving it here. She went off.
Man.
Good luck to her.
I'll miss her because I'm not going to watch that league.
That's all. I don't want Douglas Luiz to miss another penalty, but other than that, I'm fine. I don't care.
That's actually a good pen. He just got it right on the edge of the post.
Dude, who will we let take the penalties, man? I don't want Dusan anymore. Sorry, but no.
Yeah, did you see him? He made the worst, the worst 11 for the Euro, and that guy's getting 22 million gross.
Incredible.
I'm just
incredible.
saying.
And Chiesa wants the same money. That goofy.
The fact that Chiesa wasn't on there surprised the hell out of me.
Dude, he won a man of the match dash. They can't put him in there.
Well, speaking of that, look what's on Instagram now. Just as you're talking about it.
Oh no, a story.
Story ending too soon.
Oh, you saw who the.
Oh, so
Yeah. I'm not talking anymore about Chiesa. I'm done. Whatever happens with him, good luck. That's it.
Dude.
Come on, enough of the Chiesa bashing. We know. I've said what
I don't even bash him anymore, dude. I voice my thoughts.
Himself at this point.
I just hope it's over, man. Please find you another club finally, man.
It's just like fuck. Give me Gnabry from Bayern.
I don't know about that one.
I would take screw that. Take Conceição from Porto at this point.
Oh yeah, dude, Conceição's not bad. I like him.
Yeah, that's
he's pretty solid.
So let's bring this up real quick because, like, for example, people are like upset about Sule potentially leaving, which I personally don't really care. Like, if you were able to switch Sule for Conceição and you're upset about that, I'm sorry, you're an idiot.
Yeah, no.
You're absolutely an idiot.
Yeah, no.
Because like
I saw him at I saw him in the Portugal games. He looked good. Like,
he is
good.
He is way ahead of Sule. Like, here's the problem with Sule, and I'm gonna torch this poor kid. The second half of the season, when Frosinone went down, the guy was a ghost. And then the other thing is guess who's interested in him? Roma and Leicester City. So like people are like, man, we're gonna miss out on him. He's gonna be a Ballon d'Or winner and blah blah blah. Like, chill. He's average. He's an average right winger.
You know what's actually going on? You know what's actually going on though, is that everyone sent so hard on Chiesa that they were everyone's little boy toy, their little heartthrob, if you will. And now I think they came to terms that Chiesa is leaving because they knew it was like Sule or Chiesa. That's kind of what was sold to us, if you will, right? Which, I mean, if all of us were really paying attention, we would know that everyone has a price tag, and we know what Sule's was. It was 35-40 million. So they thought Sule was the new boy toy, the new flavor of the week. And now he's getting sold at the same time. And now people are just losing their shit because whose poster are they going to put on their boy, on their, what do you call it, bedroom wall so they can jerk off to? Locatelli. There you go. He's got nice locks.
I hope he does well.
I do too. Sure.
I do hope he does well. I'm more positive about Loca doing a lot better. Whereas like Chiesa, I don't see him like.
I also think Loca will do better, but he was sit on the bench. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's because he's.
Hey, on the bright side, you got to look at it this way: we're gonna be competing for a lot more competition, so he will have his chances.
Yeah,
that's
and
also.
I hope he proves it. Honestly,
I think he does. I think he'll do well.
I hope so too. We need a profit from him.
Oh man,
because it's just like I just find it ironic because it's like, guys, Sule is not starting caliber for a top team. Like, you need someone that's either on the verge of it or there, because like, for example, Sule operates where he has to have the ball 50-60 times a game. You can't do that, especially with Motta's system.
Yep.
So it's just kind of like either, I hate saying this, but either a good chunk of the people that on the internet that are up in arms about this are some of the most stupid individuals I've ever seen.
The most stupid?
I can't even finish. I can't even phrase it. That's how dumb it is.
Well, if you're gonna call somebody dumb, you gotta at least, use English properly.
I'd use the other word, but it'd get me canceled.
No, I thought we were easing up on the canceling. That we canceled too many people. There's nobody left.
Fair enough.
They tried canceling Eminem, but I don't know.
You can't cancel Eminem.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Just like you can't cancel South Park.
I agree. No,
because like, for example,
that Family Guy.
Am I nuts here to say that Conceição is a lot better than Sule currently is?
Of course.
And he's more so starting caliber for a top team, because it's like, for example, his season at Porto is more impressive than Sule's season at Frosinone. Is that a stretch for me to say that?
Porto is one of those teams that just pumps out those young profiles like that.
Because, for example, they play a negative ball too, so it's like
So it's not like Sule at Frosinone where he's getting fed.
Exactly. So I'm like, it's Porto's a pragmatic team.
So here's the thing: if we get Conceição, Sancho, and then Cook Miners and a left-footed center back, I will give Giuntoli an A+ on the Mercado for what he has done. I will give him an A+ if he's capable of doing that. If he's able to get Conceição and Jadon Sancho, that would be insane. I don't think it would happen, but that would be insane with Cook Miners. Yeah.
Oh, Coop is looking a little bit further down the road. We have to make some sales. Just got something in here from Padula. It always seems to be Padula coming in this hour. But anyways, Dean Huijsen, Paris still looking at him. 25 million is what's offered. That's another young profile. I think people might be a little bit upset.
Wait, hold on a minute. Is this real? Apparently, Trump got shot in Pennsylvania.
What?
Oh, good.
Rally.
Really?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't know if he got hit or
I got a text message from my buddies too. So
hold on, it's the New York Times, so I don't know.
It was in the ear, apparently.
Oh, I actually have an image of it on my phone.
Gee.
Clipped him. I guess he can use the Ronald Reagan missed me joke now. Oh yeah. I got an image of it.
Trump rushed off stage at Pennsylvania rally.
We're stopping sports. We're like, hey, this dude got popped.
9 minutes. Well, yeah, like if the next president's getting shot, and I mean potential future president.
It's kind of gangster. Yeah, for sure. Kind of gangster, man. Shit.
Now here's a real tinfoil hat. What if he did it to himself to make himself look cooler?
I knew it.
But then the gun angle, the Republican gun angle doesn't look as hot, right?
It clipped his ear.
You got a point there.
Yeah, it clipped his ear.
Apparently.
He should have received it properly, like 50 cents.
North of Pittsburgh.
That's it. Yeah, I don't know what kind of state is it. Is it a blue or red state?
As he is
swing. It's
a blue.
Pennsylvania is a swing state.
Swing state. All right.
It was blue last election, but I don't know.
It was red in the 2016. It turned blue in the 2020, so it's a swing state. Florida used to be a swing state, but now it became a full red state.
Yeah, because it's only Miami. Everything else is red.
Well, you don't have the bushes working down there.
I mean, even our area is like swaying a bit, like in the Clearwater, Pinellas County, Tampa Bay area, kind of goes flip flops. Like it's much more.
Because you get all the retirees, dude. That's why all the retirees.
I can see Florida being a swinger state.
Swinger, yes, absolutely.
Hold on. This is actually, you guys might laugh at this. As he is being escorted out by Secret Service, Donald Trump continues to fist pump the air while his ear is bleeding.
Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of like, for example, it's starting to make me sit there and think, like, is this not like how do you miss them?
But by that little, no, man.
It's like, actually pretty hard to, like. It's not that easy to shoot somebody. Not that I know how it is to shoot somebody.
But if you already like clipped him around the ear, it's not too far away. Like to give him a proper header. No,
this is not a good look.
Regardless,
I guess
you got a lot of conspiracy theories from this now.
I know. It's like, I guess.
Oh yeah.
The DNC.
Now I gotta watch the Alex Jones. Like I gotta watch his take because just for the fuck of it. Like I will not believe it, but
Mr. President, a second bullet hit the tower.
Oh god.
Hey, I guess the DNC ran out of money, so they couldn't hire a proper assassin, so they had to do the random guy from the street.
Biden hired the wrong guy.
I'll give you some food stamps and $20. Can you shoot this guy?
I mean, somebody would. Honestly, that's all it would take in America is some food stamps to shoot.
Could you imagine if they hired an assassin that was like an anti-gun activist? That's like, I don't know if I want to use this, but I guess I'll do it.
I can do that.
I don't know.
And to look the way.
Wow. Anyways, Guess who's not hitting his target, just like the assassin? Dusan Vlahovic making the official worst 11 of the year.
Oh, do you have the graphic for that?
I do have the graphics on Discord.
Yeah, let's grab that. Can't just you gotta stack that stuff up ready to go there, Dash. Like, what are you, some sort of amateur?
I did, but I had to look at this. The breaking news. I mean, the dude got shot in the air and his fist bumping. What do you want to do?
So this is the worst 11.
The worst 11 by
Holy
Marca.
Shit.
2 Italians. Go figure. What?
Ronaldo, Lukaku, Vlahovic, Zoblazai, Milinkovic-Savic, McGinn, Zinchenko, Christensen, Mancini, Di Lorenzo.
I feel bad. I thought the Hungarian was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, man.
Mancini played 1 game and they threw him on here.
Yeah, and then goalkeeper.
It would have made my day if they put Bastoni. Like that would have made my day. That would have made my fucking day. Honestly.
Do you know what actually saddens me? Because poor Lukaku, I know we laugh a lot about him, but he played pretty good. He just was the 3 times he scored, he was offside. But overall, like how he played again with his hold-up game, with his back to the goal and everything, he was.
Marca.
I think
he was actually good.
The offsides rule's trash. I'm sorry, I can't.
Dude, can you get rid of that finally, dude?
If a bacteria, if a fingernail, if a fingernail's in front of of defender, it's like, yeah, you're offside. I'm like, come on, dude.
Back to this discussion.
They are helping shit defenders so much, man. Dude, they're helping shit defenders so.
They're making Bastoni look good.
I forgot they announced, we got to get back to. We keep flying from topic to topic.
Yeah, you're right.
What was our topic?
Dusan was so ass that they had to make him on left wing as one of the worst players because you had Ronaldo, Lukaku, and then Dusan.
Shove him in there. Yeah, because Chiesa didn't want to play right wing, so they had to put Vlahovic there.
Yeah, they had to put Vlahovic there. Do these for example, certain bums that run with Giants over there understand how bad you have to be to make this list, and yet you want to keep telling people that this guy's a beast? Seriously?
He's got one more chance.
We paid $85 million, and we're paying this goober $12 million a season.
Dude,
just remember, this is his last chance.
Yep.
And we're playing more of an attacking football, not the Allegri ball. So I don't think there's any excuse. We're revamping the midfield. There's no excuse anymore.
He's still going to do bad because the 9 has to contribute to facilitation and hold up play.
I agree.
What he needs, in my opinion,
is to go to Genoa.
Yeah, also, yeah. But 30 goal contributions. I don't care if there are goals or if there are assists. You need to get to 30.
Mm-hmm.
Combined.
Like I said, I think I don't know, because when I was watching the tactical videos for Malta and how Zirkzee played, and then I'm looking at Dusan, and I didn't know how in the hell that's gonna work out. But I guess he's going to probably formulate something, probably put a second striker or an attacking mid behind Dusan. Yeah. So obviously I'm sure Malta knows what he's doing in that case because he's seen Dusan play. Because when I remember reports were that he wanted Bremer and Dusan. And when I was thinking about the players that were going to go out if Thiago Motta came in, I thought it was Bremer and Dusan were going to go out because Bremer couldn't play in the back 4, and then Dusan can't control the ball and his first touch is bad. So I was thinking that one or the other, both of them were going to go out, and then ends up being both of them was Motta's favorite players that he wanted to keep. So he's probably got something going on.
The only thing I could see this working is if Motta goes to a 3-4-2-1. Or I'm sorry, a 3-4-1-2. That's what I meant.
That was shown. There was a graphic of that this week.
I saw that graphic. That's the only way I could see this working. But then again, you need wing backs. So Kostic is staying. So I hate to break it for people, but no, even I that's the only way I could see this working. Because for example, Dusan needs a 10 next to him.
Yep.
Because Koopmeyer's is gonna be like, oh fuck, I went from Skamaka to this. That's honestly what I think.
And Chiesa being so there's a chance.
There's a chance I can play as a 9.
No, please, God, no! Don't do that. Please
That's a
don't.
9.
Don't do that. No, absolutely
what
not.
are you on? Chiesa as a 9. You
No.
fucked?
No,
What's wrong with you?
I just wanted to burn it.
no, please. I don't even like Morata, but I would take Morata over Chiesa as a 9. And I'm not even a Morata fan.
You know, Morata's Yamal's dad. Did you see that video? He made Yamal his son.
Oh yeah,
Man.
he cooked them
Because remember,
by
training,
age,
training
it's
videos.
not
Yeah, training
Yes.
videos mean
not too
everything.
far away.
in a training video 1-on-1. He was amazing.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
when he's on the 11s, he's the offsides king. He scores the best offsides goals.
But Lukaku does it now.
Oh, of course. So does Moise Kean and all of them. Yes, absolutely.
Dude, poor Moise. Poor
Moise got
Poor Moise.
screwed.
Did you see how he got unveiled at Fiorentina, where he was just like, doing the dart challenge with the footy, the Velcro balls, and he was
You
like,
got 1 for 3.
yeah, he's like 1 for 3.
That's pretty
Poor
bad.
Moise, man. Oh man, I feel so bad for him. The kid had great.
He needs to practice. He needs to focus on himself and not
And he needs
focus
to
on
score
rap.
goals. At least he needs to score goals.
He needs to just like get off of social media, get off with your friends, and just do your thing, man. You need to constantly work out every day. Put your head down, sit down, shut up, do what you got to do. But no, absolutely not. But yeah,
I think I think this was on Discord, so I saw where, like, for example, the potential winger shift would be Jadon Sancho and Conceição for Sule and Chiesa, and like I said, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
100%.
Take both of them in a heartbeat.
Dude, just to go back to Sule again, brother, for a guy that hasn't proved anything yet, to get 35 to 40 million, how do you say no?
Same thing with Hoyson. That's the same thing with Hoyson.
What are these people on, dude?
What is no? It's just this weird fix that some of these Juventini have. Is just they love minors.
Dude, not every talent will turn up to be a world-class talent, man.
Oh, Jeff's getting a phone call.
I got to be right back.
Yep.
Well, that was a bit of a mess. Sorry about that. Jeff has a very important phone call to take.
Oh, good.
All right. It's like that time. It's like when you're in church and somebody's phone goes off.
Just
Oh, man. Oh, those moments are the worst.
Wait, sorry. Go. Continue on.
Like, I'm just saying, like, people just need to, okay, we've got Yildiz. Let's just let him develop. Let him be the big thing. Like, Sule went to Frosinone. Wasn't it? I'm sorry. He wasn't.
They don't understand the concept of the youth academy, and that it is there, yes, to get the once in a generation talent, of course, but to sell all the other ones, to generate a profit and to generate revenue without spending money. That is how a youth academy works, and they don't understand that basic concept, and I can't understand that at all, man.
They don't understand. You understand. They don't understand. I think that's kind of the thing, right? It's just
Yeah.
It's one of those things that it's an ignorance. It's you got to take a step back. Like we're so into it, right?
And by the way, we should absolutely do the financing and football video as a concept idea. We should do that.
Well, we need some Sal love for that one, I think, too, because he's got a lot of knowledge on the money end.
Yep.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yep.
Sal,
we need one of those, man. We need to enlighten the masses a bit.
That could be a dry topic, though. We'll have to, I don't know, have a lot of funny pictures and sound bites and ridiculousness added into that one, perhaps.
Because like even you move it towards Chiesa, right? Where it's like people are like, "Oh, look at all the chances he creates them out of nothing." That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. If you don't have a consistent equation of creating something or making chances, if you're pulling shit out of your ass, that's not good.
It's statistically bad. Yeah.
It's not
because you depend at that point. You're not depending on consistency. You're depending on a game-to-game basis if a player turns up or not.
Exactly. So, like, for example, I'm going to use Messi, right? Let's use Messi for this example. Let's use 39-year-old Messi, not prime Messi. Messi has two things: excellent vision of the field and great ball placement. That is where he finds his consistency to place the ball, move the ball correctly, right? Where Chiesa, his create chances out of nothing is more so him doinking the ball off space and getting a fortunate bounce or it taking a fortunate roll. That's not a consistent thing. Like, running is not a consistent factor when it comes to chance creation or anything like that. Like, for example, Pirlo, one of the best ball placers in history, one of the best eyes in history. Like, you look at certain traits or certain attributes that players have. Chiesa doesn't have the vision. He doesn't have the IQ, doesn't understand the proper positioning. He just runs really fast.
And we're somehow trashing Chiesa once again.
It's breaking things down. Like, so like that's the thing, right? Where it's like, when you want to create stuff or when you're looking at a benchmark or a certain standard of items, you need to have something that can justify it. Because, like, for example, if I'm a coach, if I'm looking at that where this guy can pull shit out of his ass, but he has no, his floor is terrible, he has no consistency of it. You want to know what those people become? Super sub.
Fiorentina starters.
True. But super subs, right? That is a super sub where if I need someone that has just something that they can pull out of their ass, where I throw them in for 7-8 minutes.
A guy like
Illing. So it's that's where it is, where it's just like that's what he is. And there's a reason why Man United looks at him and he's like, nah, we don't want him. Coming from a club that paid almost 80 million for a striker that didn't do shit from Atalanta.
Oh my God, I want to talk about Manu a lot, but as well because of the Zirkzee deal,
and the Dullet deal. But like that's the thing, right? Like, for example, they paid what, 60 or 80 million for Højlund?
75 million euro.
And we offered them Chiesa for Jadon Sancho, and they said no, we don't want him. That kind of goes to show where he is. It doesn't matter what Allegri this, Allegri that, blah, 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 blah. They don't want him because, one, his attitude, two, his agent, and three, he's not consistent.
And three, game tape.
Game tape. That's true. But like that's it. It's the same thing with Sule as well. Like, for example, Frosinone getting relegated is not a good look on Sule.
No.
Especially if you started the season hot and you became the guy, and then you threw a blank and you got your team relegated. It's not good. Same thing with Benenachea as well. I mean, we were at how much we sell him for? 10? 8 to 10?
Oh, max 10. I think.
He wasn't ever anything special.
Yeah.
But here's the funny thing about that. Before Douglas Luiz was even an option, people were saying that Benenachea could be the next Regista.
He's a hype name, man. He is already connected to the club, and he's one of those. Hey, you're right. You're right, man. I don't know what the real complex with people is with the
same thing. Like, for example, same thing with Dean Huijsen. Yep. He couldn't start on a Roma team that has no center backs.
That has no players, point blank.
Well, he did when they had like 1.5 center backs.
Yeah, and for every goal he scored, he costed them one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he scored one, and he costed them.
Not a bad player, but if you're gonna get like 25 plus, then
if PSG, if you are able to get 30 mil out of PSG, you put him on the plane and you send him yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's like I look at stuff like that, where it's like if you're able to do the 40 for 35 for Sude, the 30 for Dean, that's 65, and then you get a proven commodity in Koopmeyers.
Yeah,
like
so
I don't understand why people think every player that comes out of the next gen is a perennial Ballon d'Or winner.
Because they're fucked. All right, here's
because they have what do you think? It's
do the people realize Do they realize how many talents Barcelona burn per season? Half of Barcelona's squad is filled with youth players that don't work out, and then they have the one guy that works out in Yamal,
And then
and
they tear their ACL.
and it's
because of
breaking
overuse.
news everywhere, of course. But half of the squad is youth players on the first team, and they don't get minutes, or when they play inconsistently. Like the people are acting like Barcelona is the production line for talent, but it's not for Barcelona. It's as well. They have once in a generation these players.
They also can't afford anybody, so they're just
No,
their
they have to
system.
depend to. That's why that's why they are filling their team with youth prospects.
Which is what we did. You get them some game time, get them out in the zeitgeist of the world. People recognize them, and you sell a Hoyson for 25 mil.
We do love. Okay, I think I can answer some of the theory behind why people go crazy over the youngsters. We like the idea, the hype. We like to buy into the hype, the idea that this player is going to be big. Like we want to have an idea, a narrative that like Sule, Kubarsi, Yamal are going to be these like heavyweight juggernauts, and they're going to win the Ballon d'Or every year because we saw a one-time generational rival between Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo, and somehow it's going to get replicated. And to be honest, I do not see it getting replicated for a very long time.
It'll never happen again. It'll never happen again.
What we saw with those two players, I don't think we're going to see it for another 40, 50 years.
Of that quality, two players of that quality and at the same time may even never happen again.
No, I don't think it will. I don't think it will.
Incredible.
It hasn't happened in basketball, and look at what people argue about LeBron James and Michael Jordan, and then now it's like yes.
Now it's Bronny James, right?
The issue is, and it kind of touches on, like, for example, KB's comment here. Like the whole dependable for another world-class Juventus leader. The problem is Juve never had like this ridiculous legend that was homegrown through Juve. Like, for example, Del Piero was purchased from another club. Like, I'm not, and this isn't me dunking on Marquisio, but like, for example, Marquisio was the only thing that was homegrown and brought through the system. He was great, but wasn't like this larger than life figure. Pirlo imported. Nedved imported.
Chiellini imported. He was a Milanista.
We are making this way too complicated, and as well, in my opinion. These times are over, dude. Football is not that romantic anymore. Football, number one, is a business right now. Everybody team is, even if they don't win titles, they try to win financially. And that is the most important. That young players are switching constantly from club to club.
It's almost as if we just did a video about this.
We can.
Well, we kind of did. We touched on it on the last one.
Yeah. No, honestly, like the players are switching from teams to teams constantly. Like players from Barcelona's youth academy are switching to Real Madrid's youth academy. Like 10, 20 years ago, something like that would never happen.
They would die before they do that.
But young players are looking for the team and where they have the biggest possibility to get playing minutes. And by the way, it's same with Dean Huijsen. Dean Huijsen was never married to the black and white jersey or to the J. He never was. He was at Malaga. He got the opportunity by Juventus at a big club to play around good players, to get into one of the biggest youth academies. And now he wants to make the switch to a bigger team. And I'm sorry to say it, but PSG, at least if you think about the last couple of years, is the bigger club, and that's what he wants.
Yeah.
I think also PSG with Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique usually allows younger players. He likes to work with the younger players.
Is he confirmed staying? Is Enrique confirmed to stay their coach this season?
Yeah, he will stay.
I think he will. I think he did fine. I think he'll do better.
He did really
I think he's going to do a lot better. So,
because like again, you look at it, De Gregorio, big Inter fan, came to Juve. You look at Thiago Motta, won the tripletta with Inter. Guess what? He's now our head coach.
Yeah. These times are over. Give up the romanticism in football, man.
You also give up that we're fighting for the badge. This
No, these times over. People don't.
Yeah.
Players don't do that anymore.
Stop.
Yes,
Very
of
few.
course, you can be a fan of the club, but being a fan of the club doesn't mean you will play for that club or be great at that club.
No, not at all. I mean, Locatelli is a Juve fan, has been a Juve fan since a kid, but he hasn't been playing great.
No, 100%. And if he doesn't perform, do you think Juve will keep him?
No,
Yeah,
it's a business. It's at the end of the day, it's a business. Yeah, you have to bring the numbers. You bring in the numbers. You do the job. Great. If you don't, you're out. And that's in any club. It doesn't matter. You do well, you're in. You don't, boom.
Yeah.
And if you do well, you'll get an extension, maybe a little bit of a boost. If you don't, get the hell out. That's as simple as that.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's been a week where a lot of the same rumors, and I think people are starting to get a little maybe anxious of the Mercato. We have to remember as well, Euros will be done tomorrow as well as the Copa.
Yep. And then you will have the proper transfers. Now players will be back, managers will be able to talk way better, agents will be able to sit at more tables with the clubs and everything.
Well, I would say most movement's going to happen maybe July 31st, August 1st, around that time frame.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a few more days, as well as the Saudi league doesn't open up for a few more days as well. So, people like Tech, for instance.
Oh yes.
For that.
Well, you could have Kostic as well, and he could be on the way out.
So Kostic news just came in a few moments ago. Filip Kostic is one of the players on whom Thiago Motta will not count much. There are talks of an interest by Atletico Madrid. Juventus want $8 million.
I know a guy that you could swap him for.
Well, there's what is it? Crystal Palace. Their new coach is the guy that managed Kostic at Frankfurt. I would say that one's a more likely destination.
Let's see.
Or even Fenerbahce, I think, was it that Mourinho wanted Kostic as well, for what I've heard.
There was also some reports today that from Sky Germany that some German clubs are interested in him. Let's see. I think he's gone. I think it's just a matter of
Where
Giuntoli will monitor who we will get the best package from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
If he can sell him somewhere in between the 7 to 10 million, it will be good. Or maybe he gets 5 million and a player that will help with the team or whatever. Like, God knows what the package is that Giuntoli is looking for, but I think Kostic will be gone. Yeah,
Kostic, Milik is out. I think. Who else? Weston McKennie's going to be out. He screwed himself in the foot. Like he's
maybe Miami.
Colossal. Yeah, I've
that'd be a huge upgrade for him if he goes to Miami compared to Cincinnati. I would take that if I were him.
If Miami shows us the money, I don't care where he goes.
Miami's got money. Trust me.
Miami can pay. Miami will definitely pay up as if he wants to go. I mean, he was complaining about Aston Villa, and they were in the Champions League, and then now he's going to go to Miami. So it's like
he's going to make more money in ad revenue if he goes to Miami. He's going to that's where the money is there.
That is what they were kind of alluding to.
No, I guess
as a marketing perspective, as well. It's Florida. You don't have the state tax, right? So that money goes a little bit farther.
Well, happy early retirement for Weston. That's what I would say. That's really all I got to say. It was a good season with Juve. He played well.
Dude, he screwed his career at, what is he, 25, 26 years old, man?
He's done.
But the club doesn't want him, though. That's the thing. It's not that he doesn't want to play in Italy with Juventus. It's just he's
I know, but he rejected a package that would have helped him career-wise.
Well,
I mean, it was the best option. That's the difference.
But this is just like Chiesa too, though, right?
Okay, here's what it is. Sports agency 101. Be more like clarify the player's value. Be able to clarify the player's value, because sometimes some of these agents, maybe they're not telling their clients the truth. Maybe because they don't want to be getting rid of. But sometimes you got to walk into the table and be like, listen, bro, you ain't that guy. And just be like, these are your options and pick. And if you want to be that guy, work your ass off. Like, it's got to come down to it. Like Ramadan, he's got to sit down with Chiesa and just be like,
absolutely. Dude, Chiesa
you're not that guy.
Needs to get pumped in the stomach or whatever to learn.
Well, maybe there's these players are choosing their agent based on how much their ego is stroked off.
And exactly, that is not good. That is not good at all.
I mean,
like, sometimes you need to hear the truth.
Ramadani's Albanian, so I could just sit there and imagine him. He's like, Chiesa, brother, we need to get you more money. You are worth a lot of money.
Exactly. No, I already know. The moment I heard Ramadani, and I'm thinking like, shit.
You see this here?
A pain in the butt to deal with.
See this here, Jeff. Salvatore Matthews says this guy in the bottom left corner looks like DiCaprio in Blood Diamond. That's the young, sexy DiCaprio too. Just a giggle. He just giggles. Oh man. Crystal, and then he says Crystal Palace sounds like a strip club.
Oh yeah.
It kind of does, yeah.
Strip club, yeah. I don't know. There's called Diamond Dolls, Oasis. What else? Angels.
And then going back to the Cincinnati reference with McKenny, he says, "I'll take an STD over Ohio."
Can we go for a last time?
It sounds like a Florida handbook as well.
McKenny and how dumb that was. Look,
he might have moved to Miami. I don't know if that's dumb. He'll probably get paid a crap ton of money in Miami, bang a bunch of hot chicks.
But he gave up on European football. So
I think he's going to screw up his form. But hey.
Listen, if he
getting all the Miami baddies,
look,
hey, they might end up they might end up taking his money. You never know. Those Miami chicks, man, I'm telling you, they don't play.
If Colombia is about to win the Copa America without any European players besides Luis Diaz, I think McKenny will be fine.
And the great thing about it is that he'll be back in America where he can have his choice of cheeseburger.
America.
I mean, and a public sub. We have it's very famous famous in Florida. I'm sure Messi's already discovered it in Miami. Like
and the Chick-fil-A.
A public sub. That's what it is. You just got to check it out. Yeah. If you come to Florida.
I am actually going to Florida in a few months. I don't know where yet, but if I'm up your way.
I'll explain it whichever way you go. I'll tell you what to watch out and what.
It's going to be the live video collab with Dave and Jeff.
Dude, if we can hook up,
guys have to do live streams from the strip club, then, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. So there's a strip so we have this road called the US 19. It's so I live like in the Tampa Bay area pretty much. So there's this road called the US 19. It is known to have like about 10 strip clubs within that road, within like a 10-mile radius.
Dude, competition must be crazy.
It is A, and B, like personally, I despise strip clubs. I hate being harassed, constantly being walked over and just being told, hey, you want to dance? Like, no, I just I'm being forced to come here because my buddies want to go and I don't want to go there. And then it's like I get harassed by like beautiful women, which is I wouldn't complain, but nah. I've had my shares of crazy chicks. Like, I think I'm done. I think I'm getting too old for it.
Oh, man. So you're retired.
I've retired from the crazy girls. Like, no.
He's in his 30s. He's done with that. He needs somebody that'll make him a sandwich.
I already know the handbook. I know the behavioral patterns. I know when to walk away. No thanks. I'm done. I got things.
He studied all the red flags.
All the red flags. It's like I call it a bouquet of a Category 5 hurricane of red flags. That's what it is. That's what it is.
So this popped up. So apparently the person that clipped Trump's ear shot 7 times, and the number one thing trending on Twitter right now is, how did you miss?
I don't know. You got to ask 50 Cent.
I'm not kidding. It's literally 2 things: they missed, and how do you miss?
Oh,
how far was he?
Trending on X. I don't
know. His ears are massive.
I bet it was Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
and Alec Baldwin
right here.
Alec Baldwin does a better job of shooting people, and he wasn't even trying.
And he wasn't even trying. Oh, man.
How far was he from
It was
Trump?
a blink.
I'm trying to figure out. He had to have been drunk.
Or the What was it? Or the South African Olympian, Paralympics athlete that shot his girlfriend from the
Oh, you're
bathroom?
talking about Pistorius? I forgot his name.
Pistorius.
Pistorius, yes.
Yeah.
I've heard of him from a Jim Jeffries comedy stand-up. I didn't even know who the guy was, but yeah. That's wild to me too. How do you get shot by a paraplegic?
I'm gonna send this to Canadian Dave so he can see. Maybe he can tell what kind of pew shooter it is.
Oh, what kind of pew pew?
Yeah, because it sounds really light. I think it's something. I don't know. I'll throw it in our thing.
It didn't sound loud with the little clip that I.
Yeah, it didn't at all.
It's probably like a 22 or an air gun.
It wasn't like an actual thing.
Not like a real gun.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I put it in
a lot of replicas too, so it's like, let's see.
What's sorry, that? I'm not familiar with guns over here in Europe.
No, because well, they
you don't need to.
One dictator came and took them all away. Where the hell did you send it, Dash?
WhatsApp. That's the only. That's the first thing I had.
It's not there.
Is it not there?
I mean,
maybe
it came to my phone, but not onto my desktop. That's weird.
Oh. Could you imagine what if it was like a ploy? Someone like came back from the future because the world's like a terrible mess, and they came in to save the world, only for them to miss like 8 times in a row.
Yeah, I thought you had a picture of the gun. No, that's the same thing I saw.
And now the future is screwed.
Could you imagine that? Like it's like you see the plot in the movie. It's like what is it? Avengers Endgame, where they have to go back in time to get all the Infinity Stones. This person had to do this and missed every single time.
Epic failure.
He technically made a hit. That's a hit.
And now Thanos killed half the universe. Congratulations.
I feel like Trump's gonna come back in his rally and play 50 Cent.
Dude, oh my god!
I could see it.
He would cherish it, man.
I think like Many Men, like the song "Many Men" by 50. Like he's gonna play that.
Guess who's back?
Or like, or playing Biggie Smalls, like "Guess Who Shot Ya" or some shit like that. Something like that. Like I don't even know. Like I don't know what to say about that.
God.
Would that help him get his black vote again?
Probably. I don't know. I think it would. That's some pretty gangster shit.
Well, we'll see. Like, if it turns out it was an air pistol, then,
I mean,
then
I hate to say
it
could
have sounded. And honestly, yeah, it didn't sound like it was anything.
It sounded at the most like a 22.
Yeah, it sounded like a pea shooter, if anything.
Yeah,
so I gotta check it out.
I don't think it was anything crazy.
What if it was like what is that, pellet? A pellet one, like those.
Yeah, an air rifle. Yeah,
like it just sounds like an air rifle. It honestly sounds like a CO2 powered air rifle.
Yeah, could be. Could very well be. But anyways,
the guy's like, "Hey man, I was shooting some squirrels in my lawn. I accidentally missed, and the drift carried it all the way over there. My bad."
All right. Well, we've definitely gone off the plot a few times this evening.
It's the tinfoil hat show. That's not the tinfoil hat show.
All right. Quick question. Okay. So. What's the percentage of getting clip miners?
Are we playing
90%?
90%
90 to 100.
I'm gonna say 90, but I'll say 80. I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
You have to. You need him. He's that crucial to the system. If you don't get him, then
it all falls apart. Yeah, I would go like that 85-90%. Like there's always a chance that.
The reason why he hasn't been gotten yet is they're trying to focus on departures right now. Because, like, for example, Coop Myers has already given the yes to I'm coming, so it's a matter of.
I'm on 75, by the way, because I don't trust Atalanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
I don't trust them at all.
He's coming. Don't worry.
I'm gonna come.
I hope he does well, but again. We know the Atalanta curse, so I hope he does well. I hope the Thiago Malta train goes well as well. The hype is real. I hope that Kefren Turam does good because I've heard, everybody's talking about it, but I don't know. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh my God, until I see it with my eyes, until I see 5 to 10 games, I'm not going to make an assumption.
I would say 10 to 15.
Or 15, because I don't think it's going to be an easy season. I think it's going to take some time.
No.
People are not going to be patient.
So many new pieces all at once from the coaching staff down.
I'm excited to see them.
But the trainings, guys. Have you not seen their training videos on social media? They're gonna cook. I saw it. I swear. Dick Gregorio's catching balls without gloves.
I will watch them live in 2 weeks, so we'll see what they're doing.
Yeah, it's like
remember, kids, always put the glove on your balls,
especially the one with latex. Latex is key.
And lube it up.
They have lube. It comes straight lube.
It comes with it. It's pretty slick.
Yeah, I mean you can add more,
but you want a little bit of friction. It's the best part. It keeps it warm.
Yeah, you gotta keep it locked in. Otherwise,
you gotta
lock too much. Yeah,
you gotta test to see if it's grippy.
Yeah.
If there's grip, you need proper grip. It's like you can't go. It's like, for example, you can't go with hards. You need soft.
Dash grippy like Leclerc's soft tires on a wet track.
You're so grippy that it leaves you crying at the end.
I'm sorry,
my car
Dave.
doesn't
I'm
work.
I'm sorry.
Next week, guys, you'll see. Next week.
Hey, next week should be your track, man.
Hey, German Dave, the challenge will be if Leclerc can actually make 10 laps in a race without fucking up.
It's not him fucking up.
I mean, his car, his
team, his car of the team. Yeah, like it's not technically him.
Can his car make it without fucking up?
Do you want to talk some F1 and how sad Carlos Sainz was when he mentioned in the interview that we lost 3 months of development?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
He's like, no,
I just hope they use for both cars what they had before the huge upgrade package and build from that one again.
But again, like every team has done it. Well, not every team, but Aston Martin's done it. Mercedes has done it.
Yeah.
McLaren did it for 10 years.
Yep.
It absolutely sucks, but Ferrari's doing it.
Yep.
We got caught.
No, absolutely no. And they're doing the right thing with trying the old stuff again.
Unlike Mercedes, where it's like, no, we can make this work. So just give it a year.
No, absolutely. I think the part why everybody is sad or now laughs a bit at Ferrari is because they should be in the position where McLaren is right now, because they started the season off with such a good car, and now they are where they are,
But like even the top teams, Red Bull, they have their own issues. Nobody knows what's happening with
nobody knows.
Perez. Like, is he keeping the seat? Is Lawson getting? Because apparently Lawson didn't impress. Is Danny Rick going? They apparently don't want Yuki Tsunoda because he's an asshole. What are you gonna do? Get Carlos Sainz?
And Tsunoda is the successor to Fernando Alonso at Aston Martin. Some say.
He's asking, do you root for Ferrari? Because Juve also, it's just because I'm a filthy wop is kind of what it comes down to. Yeah, but I mean,
Hey, don't point at me.
We don't. He does.
Who's the best at F1? Max Verstappen.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty straightforward.
Sergio Perez.
Not Sergio Perez. You can't even see it, my new Ferrari. It's right up there. I got to get in the line.
We got to stop making fun of Perez. Perez is the only reason why we actually have a constructors build competition.
Look at that sexy bitch.
I would be excited to watch Perez and Logan Sargent in the team and see who's better.
Yeah,
if you're looking
sexy car.
Yeah, if you're looking for someone to follow, I recommend you follow Logan Sargent. That is one of the best drivers to follow.
So wait,
you'll have a great.
Was Lewis Hamilton with Ferrari or was he
next year?
Mercedes?
Next year he will be.
Ah. Yeah. What do you guys think of that?
I think it's good.
Yeah, give him a good car, he'll cook.
Yeah, I just think Ferrari swapped the wrong driver for it.
I think what's going to happen is Ferrari will be great again when Schumacher comes back from a coma. And just starts driving.
Yeah, just the vegetable. Put the vegetable in the car.
Hey, that guy used to cook. I used to watch him drive all the time when I was young, like 8 years old. I used to remember him versus I think it was like Mercedes McLaren were once a team. I think if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong here, but it was like 20 years ago, so I don't remember much of F1.
Yeah, the McLarens were his rivals basically.
Yeah, the McLaren Mercedes. That's what it was.
Yeah, McLaren Mercedes, right?
And it was Hakkinen, if I remember.
Yep.
He was actually just on one of the F1 podcasts this past week.
He's great, man.
He's funny.
He's funny and he's great to listen to, man. He's a great guy.
So Salvatore is saying I'm going to start watching F1. Yeah, do it with us. I mean, especially the Discord. We didn't do the Discord thing. Yeah, we've streamed it. Screwed Dash's face. He's gone for a little bit. There's the Discord, or go in the description for the link. But yeah, we watch it. We have the Sunday night, the post race pods. I don't know if we're going to do anything this Sunday just to talk about rumors. Dash, get behind. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we're super into F1 here, so we love it. Yes, I'm a Ferrari fan. Dave is a McLaren fan. Dash just got into it because we are.
Dash is still feeling it out.
I'm enjoying it. I get to troll now. I know enough where I can.
Don't you dare becoming a Max Verstappen fan because
he knows enough to be dangerous. That's what it is. And Jeff, I guess he's just your old school fan.
Oh.
I wonder why F1 never took off in the USA. It's quite simple.
It's doing now.
It's too complicated.
Yes. It's okay. We have our own version. It has to be a circle, and you just make a left turn.
It was
a lot of shitty beer.
But it's crazy to me if you think how complicated the US sports are, man. American football. If you want to get into American football and every single rule out there, dude, it's hard, man.
I agree. I have a story about American football, actually, when I immigrated to this country, because I got into a fight once in third grade. So a kid told me I was in third grade. It was recess, and I didn't know any English at the time, so I knew nothing. So they told me to play football, and I'm like, bet, right? I'm like, okay, cool, let's play. I'm thinking it's soccer, and then they throw the football at me, and I'm confused. So this kid tackles me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I thought he wanted to fight, so I punched the guy. I got detention. So it was like, it was like wild. Like I remember like the principal trying to speak to me, telling me if he pushes you, you don't hit back. So I'm literally like, okay. Like literally like that, because I didn't know what else to say. So I was like, yes, okay. And that's it. That's all I would say, because I didn't know any other words.
The immigrant story.
Yeah, it's the immigrant story. I was in third grade. I think that was the only immigrant too. It was like in the middle, like in Ohio. I went to Ohio in the Midwest, so it's like somewhere there.
And fuck Ohio.
Yeah.
So I saw this today. It made me laugh, right? You know, have you seen those posters of the tracks? Like, it has all the tracks up for the calendar year or whatever. I mean, the F1's pretty cool because the tracks are pretty dynamic, right? And I came across the NASCAR one today, and it's like, it's just a poster of ovals. Why would I want that?
You have semi-ovals and shoe ovals and other ovals.
I guess they're trying to get get into the American market. Obviously,
I mean, IndyCars. I think IndyCar is kind of fun if you watch that.
I've been trying to maybe get into it. It's a lot of oval racing too.
The Indy 500 is the only IndyCar racing race I'm watching sometimes.
I mean, I don't know. I can't get into like watching NASCAR. I don't know, like, what's the fuss about it?
I don't know. No, F1 is not 500 laps. It is 200 miles.
Max 70 laps.
Maximum. I think there's one that's 72, like Austria. I think 72.
Monaco or Austria, one of those. But
it's 200 miles or like 305 kilometers.
Yeah.
How many hours does it take for a race?
Hour and a half.
One and a half hour if you have a rain race or a red flag or whatever. It goes sometimes towards
it's
2 or 2.5.
It's like footy. It's about an hour 45, give and take, with like all the pre and post shit, stoppage,
right?
And then a bit longer if there's more stoppage. It's a couple hours tops. Like they will actually stop. That like race time won't go past 2 hours. They'll stop, like actually take laps off the race.
They changed the rule, I believe, to 3 hours. To 3 hours now, so you don't get a Spa 2021 where they got half points.
Yeah, because I drove Spot today. Actually, I did an online race, and online races are chaotic, and a lot of people lost a lot of wings, including myself. And like after 4 safety cars, it's like, oh my god, this is the longest race because Spa is it's like a minute 40 on a good day. Right?
It's a really long lap out.
Yeah, it was a long race.
You know what?
It was
sport? Yeah. Oh, my bad. Keep going.
No, it's just like we did a half race, but it still was the length of a full race. Okay, sorry.
You want to know any sport that takes forever and you couldn't pay me money to watch? You couldn't pay me $1 million. Absolutely.
Cricket's even worse.
I can't do it.
3 days. If it's full like cricket, it's 3 days.
I never watched the baseball game. No.
I will never do it. You could be like, hey, you want to go watch the Tampa Bay Rays? No.
Dude,
baseball, it's not.
I'm watching
bad.
football. I'm watching football. I'm watching basketball. Like,
but just like football,
I never got into baseball.
Football is trash if you don't know the tactics behind it. It's just the same with baseball. If you don't like understand the pitching, like it's anything. If you don't actually understand what's going on, it sucks. It makes no sense. Now, I'm not trying to say baseball is the greatest sport in the world, but once you understand it, it's a bit better.
Baseball is one of those things where you can enjoy yourself, and it's like a slower pace. You can drink, you can hang out with some people, and while watching the game, right?
Have a conversation with the guy next to you.
Yeah, like you can.
Sounds like going to a bar.
Yeah, it's like, for example, like with American football and hockey, right? I was gonna say ice hockey just to piss you off.
Fuck you.
Like with hockey, it's just more so you're there for the hits. Like the second someone gets fucked up, like everyone's like, oh, like that. Footy is more so like you get to see with like the finesse and the flair, right? So that's baseball. It's like for me, it's fine. Like if I'm going there and I'm in a suite or something like that, where I'm just eating hot dogs and just like chilling with people there, like I have no issue with it.
It's not bad. Tickets are usually pretty cheap. You go have a couple hot dogs and beer, have an afternoon. You know,
can't do it.
It's the summer's game.
Watch the game to actually watch the game and analyze it. I cannot do it. No,
Jeff, nobody does that.
It's hard to watch all 9 innings.
Nobody does that.
But still, it's like God.
The only time people give a shit is when it's the playoffs. Nobody else.
And it does. It's just like hockey.
Really then it's like, Tampa always makes it to the World Series and then flops.
Yeah, they're not going to win. They're not that good. They're good enough.
You guys win shit.
All the cheating Astros.
Or we just do well in hockey for some freaking odd reason.
Because you guys took our general manager and he built you guys a super team, and then he came back to Detroit.
It's easy. You have so many Canadians that are looking for, like, they'll pay them, but because there's no tax. Like, you go from Canada communist tax to like Florida, like
there's worse.
Like, we're going down under there, yay.
It's good.
But yeah, I mean, as a hockey player, I could understand that. You go to Florida, the weather is nice. Well, only in the winter.
Like think about it.
It's really nice.
You can go to Winnipeg, get taxed to fucking freeze your balls off all winter, or you can go to Florida.
I mean, if you're trying to make a lot of money, obviously, you're gonna go to like Florida or Texas. Those are your places. Pretty much, so you don't pay as many taxes or no taxes at all. So,
and a lot of hockey players, they are the farmers of Canada. The redneck as fuck. So of course, like Florida, Texas, those are great places for farmers.
100%, especially if you're farming for alligators.
Yeah,
no,
it's just more blue collar, right?
Or like what it is just a drunk guy holding an alligator and trying to buy beer at the liquor store. And I am not making this up. This has actually happened. I will send it on the Discord.
Please do.
Freaking happened.
Yeah. So Salvatore said half of Quebec lives in Florida half the year. True. The other half lives in Arizona.
Oh, hey, Inter just signed Mehdi Tyremi.
Yeah, that's been on the Bucks for a while. So there you go. It went through.
Just signed today.
All right, guys.
Good, but yeah,
we're hitting that time.
Let's go. Get out of here. It's a nice day. Let's go outside. Jeez, damn.
Arizona's super underrated. Yes, it is. It is kind of underrated. It's a nice spot.
All right, time to hit the music. I got this. Ready? Here we go.
Where did that come from?
I'm out, man. I'm out. Good.
I still got it.
How dare you? How dare you, man?
Oh, that's a clip. That's clip worthy. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning into this call-in show. And remember, like and subscribe. And we'll see you next week.
Probably Wednesday, I guess. No GP, no Max Verstappen.